Hey friends, I'm Pragmatik and I to talk about video games. Except today I'm not talking about video games in general as much as I'm talking about their soundtracks. Now there's a ton of video game music out there, but I've tried to narrow it down to 5 soundtracks that I think you should really listen to. Jake Kaufman has been one of the few things to grace Double Dragon's presence these past few years. He's been putting a loving touch on soundtracks such as Shantae Half Genie Hero, Shovel Knight, and my personal favorite, Double Dragon Neon. Jake masterfully captures the feel of the 80s with power ballads, pop, and even a touch of classic hip-hop. Not only does he redo the classic themes of the original Double Dragon, but he makes a few of his own originals, my personal favorite being Mango Tango. It's so catchy. Be warned that this particular song may get stuck in your head for a while. The Double Dragon Neon soundtrack mirrors the quality of the game, and I feel how well they go hand in hand together is what truly makes it a gem in the first place. At least it's something to smile at since the most recent works on Double Dragon have been abysmal. The whole Double Dragon Neon soundtrack can be yours for as little as $1 on Bandcamp, and it supports the artist. Persona 5 was without a doubt one of the most stylish games to come out last year. Everything about it was just really flashy and pleasant, from the red and black theming, to the unique menus, and wonderful character development. It's to no surprise that the soundtrack itself would be just as wonderful. This game wouldn't flow as good as it did without the music carrying you through every area, battle, and character encounter. Lead composer Shoji Meguro knocked it out of the park with his varieties of music for this game, from the heartfelt confession theme, to the powerful guitar-centric Willpower, and my personal favorite somber theme, Beneath the Mask. And who can forget the most iconic song of all, the battle theme. I love the range of instruments used in these songs. Synthesizers, chimes, and a wide range of guitars really help to establish a unique style for this truly stylish game. You can pick up this album on CD, or if you're into it, they have a wonderful vinyl collection as well. Now I thought I'd use the number 3 spot to get an opinion from someone other than myself, and I think my friend KeybladeSmasher really nailed it with this one.
Honestly, it's kind of surprising just how talented some game developers can be. Putting together each and every aspect of a game isn't easy, and it takes a lot of time. Definitely one of the more modern industry icons is Toby Fox, creator of the controversial yet beloved Undertale. Heavily inspired by the cult classic Earthbound, the game may have lost a lot of its popularity, but still stands as a masterpiece in its own right, despite the rabid fanbase it had. But surprisingly enough, my favorite aspect of this indie classic is its music. So many emotions can be experienced through the tracks, like laughter when listening to a goofy track like Bone Trussell or Temmie Village, dread when listening to the hypnotically catchy Spider Dance, or sadness when listening to something like the titular track Undertale. Each track in the game feels lovingly crafted with its theming and fits in the game just so perfectly. It's a testament to the soundtrack that I haven't played the game again since my initial playthrough, but still have its music stuck in my head all the time. At work, at home, out on the town, the majestic music of Undertale still worms its way into my head. Gotta love it.
I wasn't sure if I really wanted to include a franchise as popular as The Legend of Zelda into this list, but the more I thought about it, I really started to think about Majora's Mask's music. Not so much so about how good it is, rather than how well themed it is. The game itself seems to revolve around music. There are so many songs to love in this game as well. The Astral Observatory has a calm and relaxing feel worked into it, a good opposite to everything else going on in Termina. The Akana Castle theme has such an intimidating composition. The taps of a drum slowly play as a strung-out brass theme accompanies a ghostly chorus. It really goes to show how big and unwelcoming Akana Castle really is. Then there is the ever-changing theme of Clock Town itself. With each passing day, the town theme gets faster, more sporadic until the third day has not only a hectic theme to it, but also a foreboding undertone that warns you that time is almost out. It's such an excellent composition. Koji Kondo really knew what he was doing with this one. I thought I'd end this list with one of my favorite games of all time, and definitely my favorite soundtrack of all time. I have a strong belief that a game's soundtrack can help mold the game itself, and I can think of no better example than Final Fantasy Tactics. You could listen to this whole soundtrack, but you won't understand it until you play the game. I love how every central character has a theme, and throughout the game, Hitoshi Sakimoto and Masaharu Iwata would slowly mix them into the battle themes. A great example of this is Antipyretic. There's a great mix of quieter themes like Under the Stars, to more hasty and sporadic themes like Run Past Through the Plains. I feel the songs that play during fights and confrontations are extensions of the characters themselves, and I don't think I've ever seen it done more perfectly than from this soundtrack. That's why my advice to you is to play this game and then give this soundtrack a listen, and hopefully you'll hear it all too. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. I'd love to know what OST you think should have made it in this list. I love finding new music, so let me know in the comments. Feel free to leave a like and even share this video if you want. Subscribe if you're feeling generous, and as always, keep it practical.